Hi,
Hi,
Salsa. How
hi,
are
good
you?
morning, ladies and gentlemen of honor.
You Good morning to you too.
Yes. Let me start by thanking you, Nyawira, for this initiative, for giving opportunities to Kenyans to actually find jobs. My name is James. That is my pseudonym. Sals Antonio is my pseudonym. Um, it's my pseudonym. That's what I do for a living. I train and teach salsa, kizomba, and semba dance in Nakuru. I'm a Latin dance instructor. So that is my job.
Oh,
I mean, that's my first job. For the last 7 years, it has been paying my rent. It has been paying my everything. Apart from that,
wow.
I represent the creative industry at the secretariat level here in Nakuru County, the famous Nakuru Girls. So I work with directly with 14 sectors, from music, from film, all that, crafts, visual artists, photography. So I have like 14 sectors working directly with them here in Nakuru. What else? I'm a marketer also, with an institution that is Nakuru, the Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. So I have like three opportunities that I have on my end,
Mm.
that is keeping me going. And funny enough, uh, it will be shocking by the even to let people know that Nakuru College, as in where I am doing a marketer, I'm doing marketing. I can. It's shocking that I never applied for the job. I didn't write any CV. I didn't write any. It's about the value that you bring in the market. Last Thursday, when I started this conversation, is just trying to also open opportunities for young people to also focus on intellectual property. I even asked people, do they know what intellectual property? It's a broad thing that all of us can capitalize. Rather than looking for a job, being the job, it's the most big thing. As in, um, uh, that is the only thing that I train young people actually, like for such platform like this. It's an opportunity that I can open for at no cost. This one because you brought this platform at no cost, and God bless you, Nyawira, for that. So I'm also partnering with you to see through how do we also capitalize on what we are doing, what we are capable of doing.
Yeah.
When I look at you, Nyawera, right now, I can see a lot of intellectual property just by looking at you that can add
Mm.
value to the market. you know so
Yeah.
if you are on this link right now, there's an opportunity I shared yesterday. There's my senior pastor at Mavuno Church shared an opportunity, for anyone. If you're listening to this right now, go to jobs at mavunochurch.org. There are jobs that they have been posted there. As I'm speaking to you, I
Oh, you
there.
got muted.
Yes, hello. So
Yes.
the link is jobs at mavunochurch.org. They have a lot of jobs, a lot of them, as in people post the jobs there for, and then I'm like looking right now, I'm looking at a lot of jobs that have been posted here. So if you're listening to this, courtesy of Nyawira, um, go right now to Mavuno jobs.mavunochurch.org. That's where it's at no cost. You you just have to register at no cost. So if you're in this link, jobs at Mavuno Church, thank you so much, Noni Navada, for that. So there kuna a driver, that is full time. It's urgent actually. There is interior design, stroke CAD technician in Nairobi. There is
Mm-hmm.
relationship officer full time. I mean, there are a lot of jobs there that have been posted. So go there and try your luck. Uh, so back to what I was talking about. So I don't know, because I'll be eating to your time. Mas, where? Salsa, how can I connect with you? My email is creative Nakuru, creative economy, one word, nkr@gmail.com. That's my email. Creative Nakuru, creative economy nkr@gmail.com. So that is my my email address.
Please repeat it.
Creative economy, it's one word. So there are two E's. Creative, and then there's creative, the E. There has to be two E's. Okay. Let me write them. Okay, sawa. Creative. Where? Wakenya. Creative economy. There you go. So I've done it on. So that's my email.
Creative economy.
NKR.
MKR.
N for Nakuru. NKR.
At
gmail.com.
All right.
So apart from whatever I do, I'm also a student. I'm taking diploma in intellectual property under franchise and franchise and licensing institute, and also a member of World Intellectual Property Organization WIPO. So those are opportunities that I said, like the moment I was introduced to intellectual property 4 years ago. This is what I can tell young people. If you're a young person or whichever age you are, intellectual property works. It works. It works, ladies and gentlemen. It works.
Please explain to them what intellectual property is.
Probably, let me start by asking if there's anybody who has ever heard about intellectual property here. If there's anyone who has ever heard about intellectual property, let's start from there, because we're starting from the known to the unknown, and then we revert back to the unknown to known. Then from there, you'll be able also to lead and guide each one of us to experience what intellectual property can do. And the biggest industry in the world, it's intellectual property that can saturate a market and actually bring down a whole economy. If you're smart, you can bring down. Yes, I will.
In a layman's language.
Yeah, yes, I'm ready. If you allow me, because this is your channel, so I don't want to take. Yes. So
when you do that, sorry, 1 minute. When you do that, let me just share a number here that they were waiting for, so that we proceed. So Muba had shared overweight press position, waiters and waitresses in Pangani. I hope you guys got the number, which is 0742 479 478. It's a hotel, hash grill, iko Pangani, and they want waiters, okay? So 0742 479 478. That's an opportunity. So, and then also, guys, if you're walking around and you realize of such posts, yeah, feel free to share them here, because you may reach out to someone who's in Kericho or someone who is in Embu or Mombasa, and link them up with the position that's available. What you think is not important when you work could be very important to some people. Sawa. When you find such posts, feel free to just text me, share them to me. I will read them. And you're going to offer someone who was lost, disappointed, all right, depressed. You're going to offer them an opportunity. Just that act of picking that number and sharing it here and saying they're looking for a waiter or waitress or a cook or a shop attendant is enough. And then you're giving them a job without them having to use money to get a job. They don't have to go through the agencies to get money. You're just sharing. Your act too is more than enough. Sawa. James, back to you. James, I want you to take your time, explain to them what exactly IP is about.
Okay.
Layman language. Let me start from that.
Okay.
Because I know, some of them may understand what it is, but most of them may not.
Okay.
So that's why I try to simplify as much as I can.
Okay. If you allow me, Nyawira, I will begin by this. let me ask. Okay, I love telling stories because I'm a creative. I love telling stories. This is a story of two animals, a cheetah and a gazelle. Right. So in the morning, the cheetah prays to God. I want to position each one of us here. If you are God, what will you do? Which prayer will you answer? So position yourself as God. Then a gazelle, the cheetah in the morning says, God, I pray that today that I will be able to run fast, and as I run fast that I will not sleep hungry because I will die. Then the same time, the gazelle also requests the same prayer that and say, God, I pray that I will run faster so that I'll not die, I'll not be eaten by the cheetah. So if you are God, which prayer will you answer? If you are
Jibu
God.
swali? Jibu
If you are
swali?
God, which one will you answer? And you'll be shocked, and you'll be shocked. Um, you'll be very shocked that if um, okay, I don't see people. People are like they're looking for jobs.
Looking for jobs, they're not giving us info.
Yes,
How
yes.
basi? Ama maybe it's not flow, I don't know.
Probably you moderate. If you can moderate itakuwa poa sana.
Sawa
Cause
sawa. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Let's start from a point of you telling us what is IP.
Okay, let me start from there because so intellectual property is the creation of mind um, that can be translated to a market or a product that can be commercialized. All right. So intellectual property is the creation of the mind, not the brain, but the mind. So there are three different terms in intellectual property. Number one, there is intellectual property that have already been I've shared. Number two, there is intellectual property law, and then number three, there is intellectual property rights. So all these three things are different. Intellectual property law, it's the study of intellect, because intellectual property is how do I put it? Because property is like land and blah blah blah, those things that you can own. So intellectual property is the only intangible property that anybody can own. Right? Mpaka hapo tuko sawa, I hope so. So now, intellectual property law is the study of law on intellectual property. So it's just a study like criminal law, like any other law. Then intellectual property rights, these are rights and privileges that one is given by the government. So that is what intellectual property rights are. Those are privileges or rights that are being given after someone has requested. Like the one people I know, they have interacted with copyright. So copyright is one of the function of rights, or the rights that someone
Okay.
can be given. So also apart from that, the other rights that can be given is trademark. The other rights that can be given is industrial design. And I'll be able if there is time, I'll also try to break it out what all these things are. So that's what intellectual property is. Right now, I can shock you. If I ask you, okay, because I know you're listening to me, au wengine wanatafuta makazi. Anyway, so let me ask, if right now I ask you, what is M-Pesa? If I ask you,
Mm-hmm.
what is M-Pesa? What will you tell me?
I think guys want you to brief it up. From what I see, they want you to brief it up.
Like what?
Right. They want us to brief it up because I think because others are on bundles, eh?
Okay.
Others are on bundles, others
So,
are
okay.
Wi-Fi.
Sawa, sawa,
So if you
sawa.
can brief it up, yes,
Okay,
I know
sawa,
you want
sawa.
to give information. I would be
Okay.
interested in listening. I would be, but I think because of
Yeah,
there's
people,
no
yeah,
a hungry
yeah.
man is a hungry man.
Okay. All right,
A
all
hungry
right, all
man
right.
is
So
a hungry
now,
man.
yes,
Eh?
yes. So now, I'm sorry. Aki, I'm sorry. Uwe. Hii kizungu
It's okay.
inachokesha. Okay, sawa. Pole, pole blessed. Pole blessed, pole. Paul.
Na uendelee. Let me ask, let me go back first to Mavuno. Umesema Mavuno Church under jobs kuna positions ziko mingi, si ndio? So
Yes,
question is,
jobs. Yes.
are these jobs by Mavuno? Number one, are these jobs by Mavuno? And is it that different members of the church are sharing jobs through Mavuno website?
Yes, yes,
Which is
yes, yes.
which?
That is the people,
All
the
right.
the members of the church are sharing
Yes.
jobs, and not
All right.
it's just a platform that the church has given for members to post their jobs there and look for people to work for them.
All right.
Yes,
Opportunities.
yes, yeah.
Okay, okay. So do you understand that, guys? It's not that you're going to be working for Mavuno Church. No. It's just Mavuno has decided to give its members a platform for them to share jobs. However, I'm trying to find nimeipata. Nani amepata hiyo kazi ya Mavuno?
Mavuno
Mavuno
jobs ni
jobs
tatu
ni
ziko.
tatu ziko. Haina shida, itakuja mingi. Good thing is that uko on the ushajua, so you keep checking. I'm trying to find it under jobs. Mbona sioni? Mi naona contact initiative, ama niko wapi? Mi naona niko Mavuno Church. Ni wapi sijafika? Work. Oh, labda connecting employees with job seekers. Wacha ni for
jobs.mavunochurch.org.
All right, I think I'm in and I can see the positions available. Yes, there's a driver, interior designer, and relationship officer. Is it tatu? Nani alikuwa anasema ni tatu. These three could actually give three people here job. Na watoe hapo hivi, and this could be good paying companies, yeah? So yeah, it's a good insight for, thank you for bringing us to this page. We'll keep on checking it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now kuna watu wanakuuliza maswali. Nakuru kuna kazi gani? Kuna watu wanga Nakuru
Okay,
wanaingia sana wanataka
let me not continue with intellectual property as but now, because it's all about jobs and jobs. Then we'll create time for
I'll tell
that later. Yes,
I
yes.
will tell you
So
what to do. Let's
okay.
create time together today at 3 p.m.
3
Inbox me
p.m.
after this. 3 p.m. today if you're available. I'll give you
Okay.
30 minutes, give you a call, and we just discuss it. And then we'll figure
Okay.
out on how to bring it to the show and make it work. Is that
Okay,
okay?
sawa sawa. Okay. Thank you so
3 p.m.
much.
today.
Okay.
Sawa. So
So
now
now
Nakuru ni kazi
oppor-
gani iko?
so now this is what I will tell each one of us here. These are the opportunities that are there in every county right now as you speak. Apart from tenders, because now I know young people are like, tenders are quite tricky. Right now as you speak, if you are a good orator, if you can speak well, if you have good narration, all the 47, is it 47 or 48? All the 48 governors do not have a spokesperson that can speak on behalf of counties. That is job that you can create for yourself. That is number one. Those are the opportunities that are there right now as you speak. Go and tell, and this is how I had a conversation with my governor, and she was like, what? I told her that I've seen a loophole and a weakness in your government, because even the way you report your whatever you've done since you came to be a governor, it's so shallow. Like you tell her on her face. I told her on her face, it's so shallow. And right now, when you look at how people, right now we're in the 22nd century or something like that. Our the way we write brings out very well. And if you have a county spokesman, that can, one, shade you from people talking bad about you and give you a brand. And with that, can you hear me now well? Can you hear me well? Can you hear me
Yes,
well
we
now?
can.
Yeah, because DJ
Yes.
Evo kanasema nitoe simu kwa mfuko. Okay, now I'm trying to not to shout because of my boss's office. Niko kwa office. So I'm trying to minimize my talk. Okay. So now that is one of the jobs that are there. Number two, right now, if you are good in how do I put it? If you are good in, okay, let me tell you guys. Right now, when the county government are very fresh, they are not aware on how to attack things. And I'll tell us one things. Haya, Kate na kujibu, nani na kujibu, Martha na kujibu. I'm answering you, si kila mtu atafika kwa governors. It's okay, I'm getting, that is the first job that if you are good, if you are good in your tongue, itakuwa poa. Okay, now let me continue. If you are good in developing policies, developing a policy, there are only 2 counties. Yes, I have, 2 counties. The rest of the 45 counties do not have a youth policy because the youth issue is not devolved. Those are the gaps that are there. So now that the youth is not fully devolved, what can make it be fully devolved is a policy. If you're a good person who can do a policy for a county, you can bring down the whole county through that policy. Yes, that's how intellectual property, it brings down. So if you're good, or you know someone that you can work with and work towards developing a policy for your county or another county, let me tell you guys, okay, reaching, do not, okay, let me say this. There's one thing that young people, we don't believe in ourselves. For me, what I know is, if I want to meet the governor, I will meet her. If I want, I will. I don't, okay, for me, I believe I don't work with dogs. I work with the master, deal with the master directly. That's me. I believe that's me. And the moment that you start searching for a job, it's about the value that you bring on the table. So when you go and talk to someone, unajua sisi tunapendaga tunajua like a governor, treating the governor is so far. No. Go, if there's a group that you know, a youth group or a youth organization or an NGO, approach them and tell them, this is what I want to do. Then they write an official letter to the governor, to the office of the governor. The governor will respond definitely, because it's an official, because you see, government deals with paper to paper. It's that official. They are not, I'm being realistic, Martha. It's something that I've tried. It's something yenye unajua tunaona ni kama ni uongo. I have tried and it works. You don't go there and tell like I want to see the governor. Anyway, so now that is one.
James,
Yes.
1 minute. Let me help
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Guys, let me tell you one thing. I love people like James. Why? James is not giving you bread to eat. James is teaching you how to teach. The best help you can ever give people. Just like I gave you guys a platform here whereby we share jobs. James is giving you the same opportunity. He's saying to reach to the governor. He's giving you an opportunity, a very good opportunity. And one thing I've realized, most of the people that I've interacted with, and thank you for that. Thank you for that. One thing I've realized is the kind of people I have here. I just don't have just from four. I have people who have done masters. I have people outside the country. I have people all over. People who are smart enough to take what James is saying and use it. There are times I come here and tell you guys, and I'm finding a certain cost. You guys go ahead and do it within a day, 2 days. People have it, and they're like, niko nayo na imenisaidia mahali. James is teaching you the same thing. He's giving you an opportunities, areas that have not been explored. And trust me, before you get someone to come on here and give you the information James is giving you, do you know what's important? I'm also taking notes. I've seen an opportunity that's going to help me make me a billionaire very soon. Something that he just said. I am also learning. What I'm trying to tell you is do not take it for granted. Listen and be keen. Look for an opportunity. He's saying you can reach out to the governor. Unasema kuipata ni. No, we are so used to connections. Guys, we're so used to connections. Like kila mtu anatamani, anadhani, for me to get something, lazima nikuwe na, someone has to connect me. The only person that you need to connect you, God. God
Yeah.
peke yake ndiye anaweza.
Oh yes. Oh
And how
yes. Oh
does
yes.
he do it?
Oh
Prayers
yes.
and kneeling. And again, number two, believing
Yes.
in yourself. Trust me, as
Yes.
long as it is not
Yes.
here, as long as you don't trust yourself, you don't believe in yourself, you'll go nowhere. You'll
Right.
do nothing. James is teaching you how to fish. Take it, run with it. This is very, very helpful. And I love the people who are saying, I'm tapping onto that. Tap onto the wisdom that he's sharing here. Sawa. Because he's given two opportunities that are very, very good. Two opportunities, areas that have not been explored. I want to tell you one thing. Just like a prefect is taken, I give the simplest of examples. Like when you go to a class and appoint one person and tell them you're the prefect from today. When you appoint somebody, they may come with wisdom, but they need people on their side to tell them, in this area there's a gap, this area there's a gap. You already have one person here, James amekuja mwambia, there's a position here, there's a gap already. Amekwambia approach your governor. Don't ask him how to get to your governor. This is where you have to activate it yourself and find a way of getting there. All right? Get yourself there. He's given you an approach. So why not take it and go for it? Why not take it and go for it? Do not expect to be connected all the time. I would rather you listen to what he's saying later on and go like, hey, lakini mimi nimejaribu, imekuwa ngumu, hebu niambie James, how do you do it? He will be willing to help you. I know for a fact. Come back to me to kusaidia. But James has given you two opportunities that would make you a millionaire or a billionaire in a very short period of time. Firstly, take what he's saying. James endelea. Pole
Okay.
nimekukata short.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much, Nyawira, for laying the plateau for everyone to now come into. So now, picture this. What I'm telling you as I've tried, and nothing is impossible. I can tell you for a fact. I was looking for, nilikuwa nasema, how can I meet the president? I mean, like, guys, I've gone to State House twice without even being in a list. It's just about believing in yourself. I have Uru's numbers, I have State House number, right now I have Ruto's number, I have Rigath's number. Not because I want to deal with the master and I know when and how to approach them. I can't go for them. I can't go to them on pedestal talk. Right now as we speak, I'm also there. Someone can get where you can go and learn different courses for free. You get your certificate, you get your diploma and your degree for free. And it's EDX. It's an app that shares with you a lot of courses that you can do online for free. So it's a platform for every one of us to improve if kama una do, kama una pesa, huh? Those are things that are there. And these are platforms that and everyone can increase. And let me tell you, right now, as much as I'm doing diploma in intellectual property at Franchise and Licensing Institute, I'm also doing another intellectual property by Oxford, and it's online, and I'm not paying a shilling. So those are the opportunities that are there. I'm telling you.
Where? Give us details.
It's an app, and also.
Sorry, guys. The music. Yes. IP
EDX.
where?
It's there.
EDX.
EDX. It's an app if you have your phone. EDX like that. If you are close to an internet, you can go and check. They have amazing courses from wherever you can. And then they also tell you how if you want to upgrade it to whatever zile zinitagwaje PhD, that's when now you start paying. But just a certificate, just getting a certificate can push you and lead you to places that you've never been. No. Val, it's E for elephant, D for dog, and X for xylophone. Yes. So yes, thank you so much, Nyambura ameipata. So it's an app. I have the app. So right now I'm doing other courses. Nafanya zile course kindogo ndogo. When you are at home, then they do an exam, and it takes you a very few. It's just like for 2 months. Yes, free courses. EDX, they're free courses. Yes. So if you want to upgrade to now use my PhD, that's when now you start paying, because again, there are lecturers who are now also, they can't give it for free at per se. EDX, it's Jennifer, it's EDX. It's an app and also a platform, an online platform. There's another one, if I remember, I'll share it. There's another one. Yeah. Yes, thank you so much, Martha. Sasa umeanza come through. It's now possible. Martha alikuwa amesema ni noma. Now it's possible. So now, another thing. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So, guys, there is nothing that comes easily. Let me tell you, it was not easy for me to get Status number. It was not easy for me to get Uhuru's number. It is not easy right now. I have Ruto's number and Rigathi Gachagwa's number. Yes, registration is free, my dear. Yes, registration is free. So why I'm telling you this, there is what I do. I know when to approach Rigathi and the gaps that I see in him. Let me now tell guys, if you are a cloth designer, Rigathi Gachagua is your guy. If you can clothe him, because I believe, if you believe, go to him and tell him or the wife, I have a deal here. A friend of mine who was also my mentor, she's the one who is dressing Bibia Uhuru, Margaret. Yes, the clothes unaonaga za shanga na nini na African. This girl believed in herself and approached Bibi Uhuru akamwambia, I want to clothe you in a like daily. She creates a cloth, three designer clothes every week for her, and she doesn't repeat them. And she tells, this is what she tells Bibia Uhuru, that this, whatever I'm making for you, no one else has this cloth all over the world. No one has it. So you can see, and I know with the ladies akiambia ti nataka kuweka hii nywele hii style hautaiona mtu nayo. You know that pride of I am the only one who has this style, you know. That is it. That's where the money is. And this girl, every cloth she makes, this is now shocking guys. Hiyo nguo yenye bibi ya Uhuru anavaa, it cost her 376,000, that cloth. So imagine in 1 week she's making close to $1 million kutengeneza tu nguo ya umadhe. Sijui kama tunaelewana mpaka hapo. Yes. Sasa umeanza kuona, now I understand how intellectual property is coming in. That's how intellectual property comes in. If you zoom in right now, if mtu tu approach bibi ya Rigathi Gachagua, wacha na Rigathi, bibi yake, because she's a pastor, she's approachable. Unaniget? But now I'll tell it to you. Si ako church, that's the loophole. Bibi yake hata probably ajui yeye ako church Sunday and you know. So unamwambia mimi nataka ni dress bwana yako. Na ni mudress akae fiti, akae presentable, ni rebrand. You think Gachagua cares about how much he's going to pay? He doesn't care. He has the money anyway. I mean, you know, and then you dress him and everybody will ask him, who did this to you? You see that how network works now. From there, ebu imagine that tunaenda na Rigathi na kwamba this is my cloth guy. This is my cloth line guy. I'm just trying to tell us the opportunities that are there. The other thing is what I'm sharing opportunities that guys we don't need even money. Do you need money even to atisiju kuambia mtu? Right now here in Nakuru, we had a stakeholders meeting 3 months ago, and the director of Bedi is one of the biggest industry cloth making in Nakuru, actually in Kenya. They make our military clothes actually. So the director is telling me they don't have even a single person who does their sketches. Yes, they don't have sketchers.
Wow.
And sketching, you can even sell sketch. I'm just trying to.
Yes.
Get. Yes, you sell them sketches, then you. Okay, can I shock guys today? If you're doing anything that is Chanel or isn't go normal zinaitwa Chanel, sijui Ganyo, Gucci, all those things. I'll shock you, Nyambura, and the people who are in the class today. There is no cloth that has even pandad ndege to come to Kenya. They are all made by Bedi Nakuru. You know what the Bedi have done? They went, talked to Versace and whatever. They went and talked to them. They were given the license to produce the same clothes here in Nakuru and sell it to Kenyans. So that's how they are becoming the biggest industry in cloth making. Talk of Rivertex. All those clothes that you see as new designer, blah, blah, blah. Zina make you to hapa River. zinaita kwaje, there is this Kenyan whatever,
So,
there is hizi zote Versace whatever, all these suits
eh,
they are made in Kenya.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
Unajua hii nini
Wow.
cloth making Kenya, what is this
So,
hii, not Rivertex, not River Road,
nini ama TikTokers, unasema hizi nguo
not River,
TikTokers wa wakidai, eh?
yes, not
You're
River
saying these
Road,
clothes
not
that they are
River Road.
marketed in Kenya, eh?
Yes.
They're just
Not
made in Kenya.
yes, EPZ. Thank you, girl to the world. EPZ.
Yes, yes.
You can do business with EPZ, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell us how.
This is how you do. Now, let's say you have a cloth line. Yes, Martha, Nivo. That's what I'm telling you. It works. Intellectual property works. Works, my dear. So now let me just take a name. Yenye naka designer. Okay, najaribu kutafuta. Okay, let's say like spontaneous or spontaneous kind of and that's your brand name. Let's say spontaneous. You say spontaneous fashions, eh? You go make a deal with EPZ and tell them I want to launch my product that is in it spontaneous whatever. So you go and talk to them because they sell a t-shirt. Hiyo t-shirt yenye unalizaga thao, it's actually 250 at EPZ. The best quality is 250. So the moment any brand is put in them, it increases its value to 1,000. That's what intellectual property is. I buy Calvin Klein sweatpants, pole sana. Yes, yes. Yeah, you see?
Eh,
Everything for 99.
ndio.
Yes. I buy Calvin Klein
Ameconfirm
sweatpants.
what is
Yes.
investing.
Yeah. So kuna opportunities ziko hapo free. You don't even need to have money. Unaenda tu unaambia msee niko na this and this is what I can. So now nasatia form 4 kaza kukosa college. It's okay. We are here to help each other. Damaris, we are here to help each other. Now, I'm just trying to show us opportunities that are there with us, around us, and we don't know. Unaona? So now, so EPZ is so they go to each country, they register with them. So izima Calvin Klein mnaona, kwanza Calvin Klein, they came have a contract with EPZ. There is no cloth that leaves Kenya ya Calvin Klein, pole sana, sijui na import. Hakuna import. The only import that comes ni the only import that comes ni hizi second hand clothes. The rest ni Kenya. Because if you see and this is the opportunities that are there. If you are a cloth maker, if you can register your brand and talk to them that and see, let me shock people. Right now, I can shock you. Then we are used to be told that our backbone of Kenya is agriculture, which is not even right now. Our agriculture is around 6 something billion Kenyan shillings, yeah? It's not tourism. I can tell you for a fact right now, the backbone of our country, which runs even Europe, it's ideas. And I can shock you from one idea. Safaricom, it's not a platform. Safaricom is an idea. Safaricom is an idea. M-Pesa, it's an idea. You remember that guy, ile story ya ule jamaa alirushwa dona Safaricom? M-Pesa transacts 12.1 trillion in a year. 12 na wachana na hata na hii ingine ya Fuliza, it's a billion. It's 965, 968 per day. That's what we borrow from Fuliza. So every day we borrow a billion. So now M-Pesa, it's an idea that we don't even own. It's owned by Vodacom. So from today, know that M-Pesa is owned by Vodacom and not even Safaricom. Yeah, walichezwa wakachezwa, walichezana wakachezwa. So now I want us to, that is the power of an idea. So imagine today, M-Pesa says that they are doing what for one day. The whole economy will run down. It will run down. There is not going to be hospitals. Any transaction dies. You get? So that is the power of intellectual property. From an idea to a market or a product that can shut the whole economy. Mpaka hapo, I hope we are learning something. Mpaka tu hapo. So now we are coming to a space where we are being the job and not looking for a job. Unanipata? Because now Nyawira has given us a platform here for us to also transact from each other, and say, me, I can offer a space like this. But when you come, what value are you adding? I'm telling you, my CV has been in my shelf for the last 10 years. CV yangu sijawahi tumia anywhere. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying that you go and do the same. No, it's about any time that I go, and then even my discussion are not pedestrian. Ati na imagine tafanya. They're not pedestrian. I read books. I do research. Because if I go to, imagine the level of my governor, naenda kumongelesha pedestrian talks. Nilikuwa tunataka kuja kuongelesha, nikwambie niko na namba youth wengi. I mean, she needs solutions. My governor needs solutions. And everybody loves where solutions are. And people run away from problems. Another thing that I had, of which most of us we have today, is scarcity mentality. Scarcity mentality is killing us as young people and as Kenyans. You know why? Unaonaga huwezi fanya kitu, unaona hii kitu hutaipata. I'm taking an example. Ushaenda kwa Bitniga, it's by the grace of God that I'm here this time, but thanks to Nyawira giving us. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much, Nyawira, for this opportunity. So now, so now the scarcity mentality, ushaenda, hey, Keta natulisha class tena. Siku nataka ikue class anyway. Because I have a meeting at 11. Mtani excuse, then we carry this at another time that God will give us. And then at 3 we'll continue, so that now, and then 4 I'm in class. So nimepanga siku yangu. So 4 during the week, 4 to 6 I have a class. That's why I'm doing my intellectual property diploma, and my teacher has to be given 4 ideas in class that we've come up with every day. Yes. So I have a list of 60 ideas that I've not even touched. So every time that I come to class, you have to come up with 4 ideas that you've created a new market and not a competitive kind of a market. So my teacher is very, I have new market. You don't go to compete with any other person. So the 4 ideas you are not competitive. You have fresh ideas that can bring down a whole economy. So that's what I'm trying to now. Sijui lath machine operators. Okay, I don't know what that is, but anyway, let me finish, let me rush, and then ndio tusaidike. By the time I'm done, tusaidike sisi wote. Now where was I? Now, so now we've come to a place where we need to be the jobs. You look at a place, you look at someone, and look at their weaknesses. Because where I started with that story of a cheetah and an antelope, yeah? That story, if I was God, I will answer by this: whoever is the faster will be alive. The one who is faster. When you atakimbia fast, if you are a cheetah, you will eat the antelope. And if you are the antelope, if you run faster, you'll be alive. So whoever speed is key. Right now, whatever idea you've ever come up with, there's something called telepathy. Telepathy is an opportunity where, okay, it's something that it's inakuaga kwa human beings. Whatever you're thinking, other 7 people are thinking of the same. But what will differentiate the 2 of you is speed. Whoever will run faster will get it. And this, I'll take an example like the way Safaricom did with M-Pesa. They sold off that guy who had the M-Pesa idea, and I don't think that M-Pesa guy will ever think of any other idea. I cannot create any other idea of coming up with, because it's done. So now Safaricom wakachezwa na Vodacom. They never registered it as their own. So Vodacom registered it as their own idea. So they are the owners. They're the biggest shareholders of M-Pesa. They own about 80 to 83%. So anytime you transact money, Vodacom is earning while seated at their table in UK. Yes. So it's an information that you need to go and read out there. So 1, you need to research. Msikae kwa nyumba tu hivyo useme tu hakuna jobs. You can be the job. Do research, come up with that idea, do research, and then when you want to approach that person, approach, usiende na pedestal talk. Ladies and gentlemen, usiende na pedestal talk. When was it? Last year? Not last year, actually. It's April. I'm a friend. You know, sometimes you just go to these county offices, you create friends, you know. Sometimes you meet at someone, sometimes, most of the time, I do send messages in a week or something like that. So now I send messages, just encouraging messages to them, and they feel so nice. So that's how you create friends. So fortunately, a friend of mine who's a HR here at the county government, so he tells me one day, he calls me in April, like, niambie kuja Jemo to office. So me, I went there. So I could see applications, the most people who have applied for jobs and attachments. Wow, I was shocked. The cover letter, the English that is there, oh Lord, guy. But then they were shredded. I'm being honest. Okay, I'm
Ah,
so sorry. Yes, they were shredded. 7,250 shredded. Yani letterhead. Yes. Because how do you start and saying hi? Rather than saying dear sir or madam, you say hi. The English that is there is so pedestrian mpaka unashindwa kai sasa huyu. You know, I was just reading, I got tired. At the 23rd letter, I was just tired because unashindwa hii ni gani tena.
yeah.
You know, and then we
Graduate
say,
ama
oh,
diploma.
graduates. You know how we text. You know how we text. Like because you like B and then C or Z. That is what I
Yes.
saw in those letters. Because
BOC. Mm-hmm.
yes. And the excess and whatever. So at the end of the day, it was so pedestrian. I'm like, guy, hawa watu wataipata kazi. And then we complain that mazee hatuna jobs, nini na nini. 52% of the letters which were there, because I'm actually checking on that report. Actually, 52% of the letters, they copied each other. You could see that this is a prototype of one of them. It's the same. Walichukua tu kwa Google, wakakuja wakaweka. So this didn't change anything. So all those things came through 27
Wow.
out of around 15,000 and something. Only 27 passed through na wakapata hizo jobs.
Wow. Sad.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to a point where we need to research ourselves. We need to jiite mkutano. As much as you're looking for these jobs, there are many opportunities that are there. Very many opportunities that can build you up, that you can create in yourself. If right now I'm looking at those 62 ideas, nashinduka Mungu. And then I have to, between now and 4 p.m., and then now you see now it's between now and 2 p.m. because 3 again, I'm supposed to be here again. Courtesy of Nyawira, mpigeni Nyawira makofi. Anyway, there's a roast that
Ati
has been sent. Yes.
tupatie idea
So,
kama tano tu zenye umesema before, si zenye umeshasema, tupatie tu tano.
yes. No, I've given guys, if you believe in yourself, nimeambia watu, unaona Gashagwa ako na issue na fashion. If you can go
Oh,
and,
thank you.
unanielewa? If you
Yes.
can go and say like, jamaa nitamutengeneza akaifiti. That's how you make your first million. It's as
Imagine.
simple as that.
Hivyo tu. And
Come
how
up with
much do you
sketches.
spend to make him look good? How much do you spend to make that video? Kidogo sana.
I mean, let me tell you. Okay. Let me those people who are into music, those people, this is one of the ideas that I came up with. Have you ever thought of our banks? They're so boring. Very boring. Watu wamekuja hapo wamechoka kwa line na nini na nini. Have you ever thought of having entertainment in banks? Like having a piano being played, soft music. Inatago in bank entertainment. Have you ever thought of it?
Mm-hmm.
Etiquette.
Okay.
James will be my friend by fire by force. Which I get. That's one of the ideas. I was like, because I'm a creative anyway. You go and just do
Yeah.
piano. Just play your music there. You'll be shocked.
Soft music.
Imagine, right? Just soft music. And let me tell you why people love going to bands and not listening to ile lip syncing yenye wasanii wanakuwaga nayo. Do you know why people love live music? Because there's something they call ati pesa itakangi kelele. My dear Martha, it's not kelele. Do you know how many people come stressed there? Wanalipa loans,
Yes.
wanalipa sijui nini, wanalipa
Everyone.
unakuja tu
One.
unasema kaa hii pesa imeenda. Or someone amechoka, you know, autashikwa. Let me tell you, go talk to KCB. Tell them this is an idea that I'm bringing. Imagine how many branches KCB has in Kenya,
Imagine.
and you're playing it.
Imagine.
So you have a team that you've employed. You're looking for keyboardists or pianists all over Kenya, that in Nairobi. So
Yeah.
you've created and you don't need money. Do you need money? What you need to do is just people who can play piano na uandike job na watume. Wewe utakuwa KCB River Road, wewe utakuwa KCB Ngong, wewe utakuwa Nakuru, wewe utakuwa Njoro, wewe utakuwa wherever. So how many people have you employed?
And to cut you short kidogo,
Yes,
James.
yes.
Above it all you need is an idea.
An idea.
KCB or that bank are going to give you a loan. Or
Yes,
rather, they will buy the equipment. All you need is an
yes,
idea.
an idea.
Rest will follow.
Yeah,
Imagine.
that's one of the ideas
Eh,
I'm sharing for free.
Wow. Wow. Eh, enyewe uko sawa, James. I don't know why he went quiet. Guys are
Hello,
surprised that
sorry.
tunakuwa na
Can
other
I?
than property. Sorry, James, sorry. Proceed.
Yeah. So now, we can I? Okay, let me bring it down. Let me take an let me share with I know most of us will watch James Bond music. Like movies, James Bond movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know every James Bond movie is a franchise?
What do you mean?
Yes, it's a franchise. Everything that is, you'll never see a James Bond who is bald. You'll never see a James Bond who is left-handed. You will never see a James Bond who is black. If you see it's a black, it's comical. So there are things that they are really franchised. Tomorrow saa 9 tutajua hizo story zote za franchising. Do you know in every James Bond film, if you've been very keen, there is this word, there is this phrase that he makes. I'm Bond, James Bond. That phrase. Yes. I like the way you're reacting, Nyawira. Like what? That
Because of
phrase, my
you.
dear. No, James Bond who is first. No. Ule mwenye alidae. That James Bond film, the famous
Ule
James
wa
Bond
kwanza.
films, ule wa kwanza, yeah. That James Bond, he says anajiintroducing, I'm Bond, James Bond. Do you know UK has bought that franchise, that phrase, for the next 50 years to teach in their university as a welcoming, ile ya kushake hands. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Like how you introduce yourself. You come and say, I'm James Real Salsa. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. That's how it works. While we are at sijui saizi tunasumbukana na agriculture in the Europe, they are bringing down economies. Every movie that you see, any series that you see being acted, being filmed, every movie, it's a franchise. Every movie. Because you see, with the franchise, there are products that comes out of it. As I finish, let me bring it down. Let me bring the whole house down. I know most of us know KFC. no KFC or Chicken Inn and blah blah blah. I know, I know the way they do the chicken bucket, the pieces that they do, yeah. You know
Yes,
that like the way
yes,
they so 8 pizzas and blah blah blah, 8 piece and blah blah blah. Have you ever asked
yes,
yourself if you let's say we've gone to KFC both of us, yeah? You've done your 8 pizzas, I'm done my 8 pizzas, yeah?
yes,
If I ask you, do you think they are equal in weight?
yes, yes.
How?
I would think they are equal because
Why?
of the right ingredients, because of
No,
the way they should be
no,
equal.
no.
They're
I'll
not
shock you
equal.
today. If you want to supply Chicken Inn or KFC, it will take you 100 years. It's a research that I've done. Those are I'm
Okay.
telling you, our intellectual property is no joke. We do research. So
Mm.
I went and asked. They are equal. Blessed, they are so equal. And this is what I'll tell you. Kate, they are equal. Like Pima. Go and Pima today. They are so equal, my
Wait,
dears.
really? KFC.
So if right now,
Wow.
if I want to go and do business with them and sell chicken to them, it will take me 100 years. That is what they told me. You
Yes.
know why? This chicken zinazaliwa the same day, fed the same things for whatever time it is, like 2 or 3 months. They're being sold at the same day, so they weigh the same weight. Akunaga chicken
Wow.
enyeko. I'm telling you, yes. So that's what intellectual property can do.
Standardization.
Yes. Let me
Wow.
tell you, KFC, you remember when we had a problem with KFC? You remember? That host Juvia's is a
Yes, I
Kenya, blah,
remember
blah, blah. Do
last
you know?
year.
Yeah. KFC, they own the species of that viazi as their intellectual property. They own that
Yes,
species. So now,
yes,
you know why? Your viazi yao taste the same today, tomorrow, and the next year. Their chicken will take the same today. That's what I'm telling you.
yes.
So
And that's why they
imagine
cannot
now,
afford to buy from here.
exactly, because we don't understand the products that we have as intellectual property. You
Yes,
get? So now there's a huge
yes,
gap, and if someone can this is an opportunity that you can do business, because you see government does not produce anything from today. Government will
mm,
never produce anything and cannot produce anything. So who produces? It's us as Kenyans. Yes, Jay-Z, they own the potato species that you eat at KFC. Yes,
yeah,
they own it. So you can, hiyo viazi
yes.
hawawezi kuuzia, hawawezi, it cannot, they'll not give you the
Nawezi
recipe.
nunua yako.
Na hawawezi nunua yako because of that. There is a taste to it. Unajua, when you go to Chipo, when you go buy chips, you think, no Chipo, it's about quantity and not quality. But KFC is where they are right now because of that. You
Yes,
will, I'm telling you, they tell you, you will not find this type of viazi.
true.
So that's now you've created so now that's where they created their own market, and they can pull down the whole economy. So imagine today, the people who line up at KFC every weekend, KFC imefungwa. You bring the whole economy down. You bring it down. So sisi wakati tunaangalia tu viazi ni viazi, there are people down there thinking of hii viazi. Okay, wacha nimalize na ya mwisho and then tukutane saa 9 because ninaanza kupigiwa simu.
By the
Anyway,
way, nimepatiwa idea. Hapa ni idea amewapatia
yeah.
ingine, business idea ingine.
Yeah.
Hapo kwa KFC.
Yes.
Ehe.
You remember when Kipchoge was running? Like the world was on him. Every TV station. There was you know my teacher always kai Mungu amsaidie na amsamehe. He says in our class that saying an idiot is not an insult. Yeah, an
Hiyo
idiot is not an
umesikia.
insult. Yes, yes. So he says like an idiot is someone who doesn't know anything. So it's not an insult when someone calls you like an idiot anyway. So now,
Just
so
a
there's
name.
this someone. Yes, yes. Jay-Z, the Illinois 159. Guess what? There's someone somewhere who sat akapima hizo steps za Kipchoge from when he started until he finished.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what he came up with? And is being launched next year. He developed
Mm.
a treadmill ile ya kukimbia kwa gym that is called Kipchoge. So when you go to the gym, unafinya Kipchoge, you will run as Kipchoge ran in Illinois. So now that you've created
Oh
your
my,
own market. Yes,
wow.
yes, just yes. Hizo ni research tunafanya. So our class is not
Wow.
pedestal. So our class we do research. Yes. Yes,
And they're
my
gonna
dear.
make money with this.
Mzungu mgani
A
anataka
lot of
kukimbia kama
money.
Kipchoge? Who will not buy that nini? Want to run kama Kipchoge?
Exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
they,
When
so where
hapo mimi nataka
when they
kuchukua
so
brand.
yes, so when the world was glued to the TV, this man was just capturing the steps,
Wow.
capturing the steps, and I captured two the steps. Then he's developing now a treadmill by the name Kipchoge. So you press somewhere, you run kama Kipchoge. Do you get what I'm
Wow.
trying to say, guys? So you're creating a market, you create a market and you don't, ever imagine who can get him out of the market? No one. No one.
Kuna
Yeah. And you're not competing with anyone, I'm telling you. You're not competing with anyone.
mm,
That is what
no.
intellectual property can do. Omanyala alitake time. Alitake time. Right now, there's someone who ali waste time. Remember this guy who was doing javelin, yeah? Alikuwa anaitwa nani? Yegon, eh? Do you know right
Yes,
now he
yes.
would have his company by the name Yegon, yeah, javelin, all over the world. If he had known,
True.
yes. So ali waste time. And it's gone. Last and last kabisa. Do you know right now, PowerPoint printer? Secret I open as I'm humbled, Martha. I'm humbled. There's another research that I did recently, and people don't check.
Mm.
Um, I want you to go and because there's something that God has given me. I possess a gift called the gift of stare. I can look at
Yeah.
something and I stare at it, and it will blow my mind. What will come out of it? Jay-Z will get that at 3 p.m. Please come back at 3 p.m. because I'm heading for another meeting. We'll know how to hizo stories za kuprotect intellectual property and all that. We'll learn. Tuko hapa kusaidiana.
Yes.
So I stared at Coca-Cola billboard, and this is what I got when I did my research.
Mm-hmm.
Msiku Zuba, you stare. When you stare, there's something that you look at. Like when you stare, when you look at, okay, let me use a good example like Nyawira. Unamwangalia unasema udema ameweza akiamgezwa macho. Exactly, that's what now you stare and gaze. So when
Mm.
you gaze, unaanza ku like, you now get, like, let me say, Nyawira's face has intellectual property. There is value in how she's done her makeups. There is value in how she's done her glasses, because her glasses changes her appearance. Because intellectual property is all about how you appear in the market, how you appear physically, how you do your things, you know. So now come back to
Mm.
Coke. Then I finish tupatane saa tisa. So Coke, they own, you
Mm-hmm.
see, like vile vile imeandikagwa the Coca-Cola. They
Yes.
own the white painting, that Coca-Cola. They own every letter in that whatever, in that trademark. They own
Mm.
even the whatever, the way it is because you'll never find that C type of C anywhere in this world. Never. You'll never find it
No.
anywhere. Do you know how much that
Oh.
logo, that trademark is on? How much it is worth?
No.
6.5 USD. That logo only, that you took Coca-Cola. That's how. So imagine Coca-Cola says that they're pulling down out of World Cup. So the whole economy is done. There's no World Cup.
Kabisa.
So that is the
True.
value that Coke brings. You know that
Mhm.
it's how do I put it? Do you know the phrase they have, the test the feeling, that taste the feeling, that kind of thing. It's worth 2.1
Mm.
billion, and that's someone who
Wow.
sold to them. Yes, it was sold at 2.1 billion USD. That's a phrase. So you can also, with that phrase, come up with phrase that you can sell to these banks, you can sell to this organization, that they can bring up and scale up their products and their business up. Just after this lesson, you know, I'm not doing any certificate. I'm sorry, it's not a class. So mpaka hapo, if kama haujasaidika,
Wow.
tupatane saa 9. Thank you Nyawera for your time. God bless you guys. God keep you safe. Tutaonana. Thank you so much Nyawera, and God bless.
All right. So chat me up so that we can exchange numbers and
Okay.
then we pick it up.
All right.
Okay, James,
Sawa sawa.
I don't know how to feel your shoes now. Where do I start? Boy,
It's by God's grace. It's by God's grace.
wow,
You know, it's by
you are
God's grace.
smart. You're smart. You're
I'm
smart, and guys,
humbled.
I can see clap. You did very well. You
I'm
did very
humbled.
well. Oh wow, wow. You taught us how to fish. Sasa tutaingia kufish kabisa. Na
Sawa,
pia
nangojea.
tumekuambia hapo utake usitake utarudi hapa tena.
Blessed, nangojea hiyo chai. There's no blessed nahitaji. Hey, by the way, bring that chai. We thank God. We thank God.
Sawa
There is
sawa.
nothing.
Haki
This one
asante.
I gave it for free. So, and let me
Haki.
tell you, I just stumbled at this chat on Thursday, and it really really broke me. Like many people are looking for jobs, and I told
Wow.
God, God, give me something that I can share. When this girl is up, please remind me.
Yeah.
And by the
Oh
grace of
wow.
God, here we are. Yes, yes. That now we can stop looking for jobs, that we can be the jobs, because I know
Imagine.
everybody has been created by a brain that
Yes.
Akiwa Zana, what is your question? I don't like leaving people. Zana, what is your question? Unasema sija kujibu. What is your question?
Hujanijibu
Then I
sawa. Uliza swali.
Okay. What is your question? Then for the sake of you only, then
Yeah.
when time and chance allows, I'll be able to share my heart to everyone.
Yes, it is. Exactly 3 p.m. I'll be here. Exactly 3 p.m. Tutakuwa hapa hivi na James.